I think it probably is Pokemon, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Dragon Ball Z or Yu-Gi-Oh either. I still love Yu-Gi-Oh too. Still love Dragon Ball Z. Welcome to my first anime Q&A. I know this is different from the videos that I usually do, but I'm not done with those. This is really just to keep in the middle while I'm working on videos, just because I have had a lot of trouble working on them lately. Like, they take up a lot of time, and I felt like something like this can be a bit fun and different, and it's a fun way to interact, right? So I thought, why not? But if you like the content you see here, you know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to know when I post, which hopefully is more often, I guess. Let's do the thing. Okay, so I will say, I really appreciate you all for putting multiple questions. I'm gonna try to take as much time as possible on each question, but I don't know. I'm just gonna try, okay? Just bear with me. Okay, first, we're gonna start with Lion King. He is a very active member in my Discord. If you're not in the Discord already, please join the Discord. What's your biggest hot take about the ending of a popular series? Like, maybe you think Chainsaw Man ending is perfect. That's his first question. He has listed 4 questions. Okay. So, with that, my hot take, I guess, Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter, whatever you call it. I think Hunter x Hunter's ending isn't bad. I see a lot of people say often that the ending's bad. The ending's not bad to me. I think it leaves more to be desired. Like, it leaves more up for interpretation. But Gon met his dad. That's really what the whole series was about. Gon meeting his dad. That's why he became a hunter. He met not under the right circumstances, but they did meet. And I know a lot of people talk bad about the anime ending, but it wasn't bad to me. I think it was fine. What do you think the weirdest or least common of your personal favorite top 10 anime list? Oh, what do you think is the weirdest or least common? I would say Classroom of the Elite, and that's only because I have seen so many people bash it, and I love it with all my heart. I think Ayano Koji is a very cool character in that show. He can do things a bit, I'm not going to say cringe, because people, they take a lot of stuff, like, out of context these days. I don't think he's cringe. I think he's pretty cool. I like how smart he is. I would say it's definitely Classroom of the Elite. They do have a pretty tight fan base, like a pretty big fan base, but I do know a lot of people that do hate on the series. If you could pick any manga / light novel to be adapted, what would it be? And would you prefer a certain studio to animate it? Okay, so me, I'm not huge, like, I'm not picky, right? I'm not very picky when it comes to the studios. One of my favorite anime of all time is Danmachi, and they're done by a studio that's not very well liked, to say the least. I'm gonna put it right here. I think it's still fine. The animation isn't great, but they still do very well with their voice acting. They do very well with the music that plays. I think they do a very great job. But to answer, the series that I really want to get the manga series that I really want to get an anime is Witchery. It is one of my favorite new gen manga right now. I'd say it's a shonen, kinda, right? I guess. But that's all I'm really gonna say. I do have a video in the works on it. I do have a short on it too, though. It's a very nice series, for sure. Lastly, what's your favorite part / intro of the Monogatari series? Definitely the movies. The prequel movies with Araragi, and introduction with Kishot Wonderblade and also Hanakawa. That is what made me like Hanakawa way more than Shinjigohara. Way more is a bit of a stretch, but I do like Hanakawa more than her because of those movies. Now, Tim Claney, I appreciate you, bro. You comment on all of my videos. I really, really appreciate that. First, who's your favorite male character? In general, this is hard because I've seen so many anime in my life. It's probably going to be maybe Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter. Who's your favorite female character? Now that one, that is rough. That for sure is rough. Like, I'm sure I'm missing some right here, right? But I'm gonna say Chisato from Licorice Recoil. What's the most underrated anime in your opinion? See, See, this is why I like these questions. Like, I want to do this every week. The most underrated show to me, Detective Conan, because even though it's popular, people know about it. I don't think people give it a shot just because, like One Piece, it is super long and it's repetitive, but I think it's a fun repetitive. Like, I think it can go on for years and years and years without it ever losing steam, and that's why it's still really popular where it's from, of course. I really like Detective Conan. Which anime were you surprised of after testing? Okay, so this one is going to be a quick answer. The Apothecary Diaries. I thought it would be good, but I thought people overhyped it. I was wrong. Apothecary Diaries was really good. Which anime disappointed you after testing? The Irregular at Magic High School. I like the power system in that show, but the description of it and how the power system is, I would just expect way more. Like, the main two, the two siblings, they're weird. Their whole dynamic is weird. I don't really like it. I just expected way more than that. I expected way more from that show. What do you want your viewers to think after watching your videos? I just want them to find a place where they can talk about anime, because that's why I started my YouTube channel in the first place. I just want to talk to people about what I really enjoy, because I grew up where people got made fun of for liking it, right? And then I started posting just content on manga. Fun fact, my first videos that I ever posted were Black Clover reviews. I didn't have any camera, I didn't have any sort of equipment. I just had my phone, and I just talked about every chapter and every episode when it dropped. And I just loved having someone to talk about, because nobody in school liked it. The only anime that is like widely accepted is Dragon Ball Z, and I think that's pretty cool that online you can find so many people that have the same interests as you. At which age did you start watching anime? I started watching anime when I was probably, I'm gonna say 15 or 16. I'm not gonna count Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z because that's when I was like super young. But now when I just actually like started looking on my phone for shows, I say 15 or 16. What anime genre do you watch the most? That's hard. I watch a lot of every genre, but I would say probably romance. That is what I make the most videos on. Hey, this answer is from Spikes. Who's your most favorite side character out of all the anime that you have watched? This is easy. I'm not going to say Kurapika because I feel like he's the main character in Hunter x Hunter now. My favorite side character, bro, easily Trafalgar Law from One Piece, bro. Love his backstory. His design is really cool. Has the best... Well, he doesn't have the best fruit, but he has the coolest fruit to me. One of the coolest. Okay, I can't just say that. Law is so awesome. That's from One Piece. See, and he's just so high ahead of everyone else. I really can't think of another side character as cool as him. Maybe Shikamaru from Naruto. I really like Shikamaru as well. But it's Law, like, by a wide margin. Rush. What's your favorite arc of all time and your favorite ending theme of all time? My favorite arc... It's going to be something from Hunter x Hunter. Although I love One Piece, I think they have like a lot of arcs that are really good. That's what makes it the best. And the overall story and characters and stuff. But I'm going to say... it's either going to be Yorknu from Hunter x Hunter, or it's going to be Chimera from Hunter x Hunter, bro. And Hunter x Hunter, that's my second favorite anime of all time behind One Piece. I'm going to say the Chimera Ant arc. Now when it comes to my favorite ending song... Oh, that's a good question too, brother. That's a really good question too. I'm just gonna throw a few of them out there. I'm gonna say the first ending for Hunter x Hunter is really good. Kuroko no Basket Season 2, I believe, has a really good opening. Now this one is from Kins the Great 8959. Is there any anime you wish you hadn't watched? I wish I hadn't seen Grave of the Fireflies and Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I didn't know what I was really getting into, and I had a hard time feeling chill for a few days. Man, those two really got into my bones and would not let go. Okay, so for me, like, I'm assuming you mean like sad, like what I felt bad after watching. Anohana. Anohana was a super sad show, bro. I didn't know how I thought it would end. I thought it would end better than that. It was very sad. I'm not done with Your Lie in April yet, so I'm sure when I'm done with that, it will, because I've just heard bad things all around. But that, now if we're talking about just like a bad show, School Days. School Days is so bad, bro. The ending, the ending made it worth it, but it's pretty freaking mid. I don't know. No, not mid. It's bad. Now this one is from some Minecrafter was taken. What is your favorite romance anime and why is it definitely Fragrant Flower? Okay, so Fragrant Flower, it's great. I love it. And I know I have a video on my channel saying it's the best romance manga of all time. Maybe I lied, okay? Golden Time is my favorite romance anime of all time. It's in my top 10 anime of all time even. It is phenomenal. I'm working on a video right now on it even. It is 39 minutes long, bro. 39 minutes. The longest video I have on my channel is nowhere near that. So that just goes to show you how much I love it. Series, bro. Now this one is from Who Is AXH. Do you prefer watching anime or reading manga? I'm gonna say reading manga now, just because I don't have as much time on my hands as I used to. But you can't beat good animation, good music, good voice acting. It just brings so much to the table, whereas in manga, you really just read black and white pages. So I guess I prefer watching anime, like if I have time on my hands, but I just read manga more just because it's less time consuming. What romance anime do you like the least? School Days. I just talked about it. Umi Kasanagi or Kuroku Wagari? I love them both, but I'm gonna say Asanagi, bro. That show was so good. I think they're both very well. I think Fragrant Flower is probably better, but I do think that Asanagi is one of the better new gen female love interests for sure, bro. Okay, this is from my boy Tricky the Don, another host of the Long Arc podcast. Please follow us, please. What is your opinion on new gen anime? That's his first question. So, my opinion on new gen, I want to say it's better. I used to say that about like so much stuff, like new gen gaming, new gen anime, new gen movies, just in general. But no, you know, I'm still gonna say it. I think they're better just because they have so many now. Now, older anime, they're very original and they're still pretty good to this day. Like, the story is good, the music, the whole aesthetic, all that's very good. But there's too many that comes out nowadays to see like what they've done wrong for them to be better. Like, Yu Yu Hakusho, that's still one of my favorite animes of all time. It's still in my top 10. Full Metal Alchemist, like, do we consider the Brotherhood? We probably consider that old too, right? See, I don't know. It just really depends. But I think overall, aside from the heavy hitters, new gen anime is just better. Like, at the top of my head, Gachi Akuta, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, Licorice Recoil, Chainsaw Man, Don Da Don, ReZero, Mushoku Tensei. You know, like, those are just a handful of really good new gen ones, and I'm not listing a lot too. It just really depends, bro. Like, I think they're just more consistent, and a lot of the older series, they have some inconsistencies in them, while these newer shows and newer series, they just are all around better, bro. What is your favorite non-shonen anime and why? Non-shonen anime, it depends really what's considered shonen. Like, okay, so Frieren is considered a shonen, so not Frieren. So I'm gonna say Classroom of the Elite, and you pretty much know why. I just love the mind games that is played through it, and it's not your typical series. Like, it's not based on fighting. They have fighting in it, but it's, like I said, mind games. You have to win by more than that. Ayano Koji, he manipulates everybody who he's around. I think it's just a very well done series. He's a very well done character, no matter what people say. And I like the girls around him. I like some of the guy characters too. But I do think he does a very good job with balancing the girl characters. If you could write / participate in one mangaka's new manga, who would you want to collab with and why? Now this is a good question. I'm not going to say Oda because I just need to let him cook by himself. I am going to say maybe Hiro Mashima. I just love his art style. That's the Fairy Tail creator, by the way. And he has such a good vision just for all of his stuff. He has how many series now? Like, he has Rave Master, he has Fairy Tail, he has Eden Zero, and I don't think Farmagia was really like his thing. Like, it was, he did the art, but he didn't really like do the story and stuff for it, did he? I'm gonna say Hiro Mashima. And lastly, this one was from Simoon Sen. I'm sorry, I hope I said that right. The first anime you watched, even if you didn't know in childhood that it was an anime, or the first anime you watched knowing it was an anime. Okay, so the first anime I believe I watched, like, I went out of my way to go watch it, was Fairy Tale, which is why I still hold it in very high regard. I know it's not the best written show, but I love it still, bro. It's nostalgic for me. Now, my first anime, I'm not gonna cap to you. It's gonna be one of these three. I can't remember specifically. It's either Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, or Yu-Gi-Oh! One of those three. If I were to guess, though, I'm going to say Pokemon because I really remember Pokemon. I think that was the first game I ever got on my Game Boy, and I remember watching it all the time. Whether I was at my grandma's house, I was at my house, wherever, it didn't really matter. Pokemon, I still care for a lot to this day. I don't really watch the anime anymore. I see some clips here and there, but yeah, I think it probably is Pokemon, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Dragon Ball Z or Yu-Gi-Oh! Either. I still love Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. Still love Dragon Ball Z. It's great. But yeah, those are all the questions. This was way longer than I thought it would be, bro. Like, I really do want to make this a weekly thing. So if this does okay, maybe I'll keep on doing it every week, bro. I think it was fun. I enjoyed it, bro. Just let me know what you thought, and I guess I'll see you in the next Q&A. Maybe?